Good day everyone, I am Edlynne and Haciñas from BSBA MM3A. I am here to discuss the topic about customer service. Customer service has 4 subtopics, including the strategic advantage for customer service, customer evaluation of service quality, the gaps model for improving the retail customer service quality, and service recovery. These 4 subtopics will be discussed to you by my group mates later on. But before anything else, let us discuss what is customer service. So customer service is the direct one-on-one interaction between the consumer making a purchase and the representative of the company that is selling it. It is also an act of taking care of customer needs by providing and delivering professional, helpful, and high-quality service and assistance before, during, and after the customer's satisfaction are met. In short, customer service are meeting the needs, satisfaction, and desire of every customer. Offering amazing customer service is essential in every business. Why? Because it helps to retain the customers, and if we still have customers, there's a big possibility that our business will grow. Here are some characteristics about good customer service, including the promptness, politeness, professionalism, and personalization. So first, let's tackle about promptness. Promptness is about promises in delivering products on time. Cancellations and delays of the product should be avoided. In every business, it is important that we deliver our product to the customers on the exact date and time. In that way, we can easily get the trust of our customer in terms of delivery. Next is politeness. Using and having a good manners is appropriate in every business, whether the customer make a purchase or not. Saying hello, good afternoon, ma'am, sir, and thank you very much will have a huge impact to the customers. They will feel that we are care for them, and we should always be kind to our customers. Professionalism. All customers should be treated professionally, which means by the use of competence. All the employees or the representative of the company should face their customer with the skills of being professional. The last one is personalization. Using and knowing the customer's name is very effective in producing loyalty. Customers like the idea that whom they do business with knows them on a personal level. In today's generation, customer service plays a vital role in the life of every business. Every companies are building different types of customer service team whose mission is to make sure that their customer is happy. We all know that customer service is not always constant. It is definitely not the same everywhere. So here are some types of customer service. Each of these options works great, yet each of them serves a different areas of customer service. The first type of customer service is phone and email support. Buyers' expectations from businesses are changing. They want faster delivery, just-in-time service, and highly personalized experience. Phones and emails don't do a great job of keeping with the past times. But phones and email support are not out of the fashion. This type of customer service works great for some businesses but doesn't for others. Customer service via email is a good fit for your business if you are one of those B2B industries where keeping customers waiting is not looked down upon. However, you should still maintain a good first response time. The next one is support via live chat. Customer service over live chat is personalized, just like talking to a customer in person. It is convenient and virtual, just like raising a service request over phones and email, but it is much affordable and it is much faster. Use live chat customer service if Your business is primarily online. You want to stay closer to your customer. You want cost-efficient customer service. And lastly, you want to offer world-class customer service. Self-service content. Offering self-service gives you an edge in your customer service. It empowers customers to find solutions on their own at their own pace. Self-service is also a great fit for businesses who get service requests that are common in nature. For example, exchange and refund requests, questions related to product configuration, billing requests, and the like. Successful businesses tend to provide a high level of customer service, which results in high customer satisfaction. Here are the potential benefits for the company from providing a consistently high level of customer service. First, increase sales. Satisfied customers are more likely to try out other products and services too. In that way, the company will increase its own profit. Customer loyalty. Satisfied customers are more likely to be the source of repeat business and to recommend the product to family and friends. Enhance public image. It helps to build a brand and provide protection if there is a slip-up in customer service. And lastly, more effective workplace. Satisfied customers helps to create a positive working environment. Companies who deliver good customer service receive their customers' appreciation and further motivated to offer good customer service. For any successful business, developing and selling a good product or services is only a half of the battle. Providing your customers a good customer service is just as important. So why is customer service important to the company? Customer service is important because it can help the business to increase customer loyalty, increase the amount of money each customer spends with your business, increase how often a customer purchases a product from your business, and lastly, generate a positive word of mouth about your businesses. Here are some of the best customer service companies out there. Companies that are truly wowing their customers with superior services. Here are the 12 companies, including the Trader Joe, Rackspace, Wischa, Ritz-Carlton, CVS, Buffer, JetBlue, Studio Press, Apple, Toyota, Google, and Amazon. There are many reasons why customer service is important. In many ways, you can ensure you are delivering the service which creates the perfect experience for your customers. If we have a satisfied customers, it will lead to more sales from our own repeat business and from our new customers generated by their recommendations. And that's all. Thank you. So here is the next topic about strategic advantage through customer service that will be discussed and explained by Ms. Greene. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Haciñas. Now that we understand what the customer service is, I will discuss the first topic, which is the strategic advantage through customer service. First, let us define what strategy is. Strategy is where you will focus your efforts to achieve your goals and how you will succeed. It is a long-term plan of action to achieve a certain goal of an organization or company. This strategy will be your ace among the other company. It may be able to compete with them. It's good to have a better strategic advantage between your rivals for future competitive success. Strategic advantage is a position that makes it likely a firm without perform the competition in the long term. The word strategic advantages applies to those business advantages that have a huge impact on an organization's potential growth. Strategic advantage is your ability to outcompete more generally, including your returns to stakeholders such as investors, employees, and communities. A lot of retail stores delivering an outstanding customer service, so they should distinguish their offerings, create customers' loyalty, and establish a long-term strategic advantage. Since strategic advantage is a characteristic or way of doing particular things that makes it more successful than others, if the company or organization have a long-term strategic advantage, it may compete or be able to compete with their rivals. Next is good service keeps customers returning to a retailer and generates positive word-of-mouth communication, which attracts new customers. This explains that the difficulty of delivering reliable, high-quality service presents a chance for retailers to gain a strategic advantage that will last. And according to a survey, 85% of customers said they shop more at stores that have excellent service, and 82% said they are more likely to recommend such particular stores to their friends and family. For example, if you eat in a restaurant, would you recommend that particular restaurant to other people or to your friends or family if you have a bad experience when it comes to personal service? Of course, you will not recommend it, right? Next is providing high-quality service is difficult for retailers because most merchandisers' performance is constant from one brand to the next brand due to the automated production. And however, the level of customer service varies greatly from one store to the next store, as well as from one salesperson to the next within a store. It is also difficult for retailers to keep track of their service performance results because a salesperson can provide excellent service to one customer while providing poor service to the next because customers are all different to one another. And customer service equals challenges and opportunities. As I've said, the company must be consistent in delivering or providing an excellent customer service to their consumers, customers or buyers, which requires the involvement of people, capital, technology, and processes. First factor is the people. They are often give service to the customer, which is also a person just like in restaurants, repair shops, department stores, and etc. Next factor is capital. One of the factors to achieve the excellent customer service is that the company have enough capital in able to have an excellent or better customer service. Another involvement of capital is the big company who are in online or digital customer service that are using artificial intelligence or AI, which leads to involvement of technology. Because a large number of employees are involved, more service can be provided, which is one of the reasons for achieving excellent customer services. This is often more helpful their problems and for the people that can be answered more quickly. Next factor is technology. Since we are in a digital technology era, companies are investing to technology in able to provide a better customer service. One example is the McDonald's in Balanga, Bataan. they are using kiosk machine. If you are not familiar to this machine, this is the illustration, which when they order, they have a choices if they will line in the cashier or just use this machine to be able to order faster. Last factor is the process. Since there are technology involvement, of course, there will be a process in technology that used by the customer service. Because this technology will not function well if there is no better or excellent process that will use. In implementing a good process, company must be ready, of course, for the capital to provide an excellent or better customer service. Next is the majority of retailers, on the other hand, are intangible, meaning consumers cannot see or feel them. Example is the clothing business. It may be kept and inspected, but sales associate or electronic agent assistants cannot. Since retailers cannot also count, calculate, or even inspect service until it's shipped to the consumers or customers. Intangibility is difficult in providing and maintaining high quality service. With the rise of competition, providing excellent customer service has become essential to a company's growth. However, offering high-quality goods and still providing great customer service is a difficult task. These are the most common challenges that might face by the company's customer service. First is not knowing the answer to a question. Customers can sometimes take you off guard with questions you are unable to respond. For example, if a customer requests an update on the status of their order, the retailer will not be able to provide an answer or an accurate response. Since third-party couriers are often used to manage logistics. Second example of common challenges is having to serve multiple customers at the same time. Working in customer service requires you to be ready to communicate with the several clients at once on a regular basis because there might have several customers that face different problems towards your products or service. Third common challenges is crisis management and facing complaints. Customer service representatives are expected to face angry clients. Every employee in your team will be experience this kind of situation. The challenge is to arrive at a satisfactory outcome for all those concerned in a calm and efficient way. There will be more challenges that the company's customer service will encounter. They must learn how to be professional on handling those kind of situation and must have rapid and better solution for the upcoming challenges. And through that challenges, it will push them to redevelop or develop the company's strategic advantage to move one step ahead of their competitors. Next topic are the example of strategic advantage that may be serve as a guide for you or for the company to be able to provide for your customers the better and excellent customer service. First strategic example is empowering agents. This explains that the company should create a positive experience to their customers by focusing on their consideration on their demands through their agency or employees. And through that positive experience, customer may be able to retain on their mind that this company has a better and excellent good customer service and also will result on gaining more customers. Another example for strategic advantage is the solving the problem, and it explains that customer service entails resolving a customer issue in a way that helps both the business and the customer. In short, this will not cost to company loss in resolving the queries of your customer. Third example is the helpful representative. Another example to have a better customer service is the employees who handles the customer demands must be knowledgeable on consumers' behavior, and they must know on how they will handle their customers, because your business could stand out from the competition if you have a team of friendly and reliable customer service members. And lastly, your company will gain strategic advantage by having the customer service agents who follow up on customer problems. And these employees must show on their or to their customer how hands-on they are when it comes to their customers' demands or problems. And that's all for this topic. Next topic will be discussed by Miss Lopez. Thank you po.
So today, we will gonna be talking about the customer evaluation of service quality. It is a process of assessing the properties or performance of existing new products and services as perceived by the consumers. Customer expectations are based on their personal path, but it may also vary from person to person and store to store. So we have 5 components that customers use to evaluate service quality. First one is tangibility. It is about the appearance of physical facilities, equipment, personnel, and communication materials. Next is reliability. It is about the ability to perform the promised service dependably and accurately. Next is responsiveness. It is the willingness to help customers and provide prompt service. Next is assurance. It is the knowledge and courtesy of employees and their ability to convey trust and confidence. Last one is empathy. It is about the caring and individualized attention that firms provides its customers. And according to what I've read, the important qualities of customer service includes professionalism, patience, and the people-first attention. So when it comes to professionalism, it is important that we are efficient in dealing with customers correctly. We must always be sure that the goods or services they avail are really based on what is expected in your offers. Patience is related with professionalism. Since consumers have different personalities, it is possible that some would turn against you. In this way, your patience can be measured where you need to get used to whatever negativity you receive from your consumers, which is also related to professionalism, where as an employee or business owner, you should accept all those negativities and show them that you can improve. People-first attitude is a way on how you value your customers, and maintaining customer satisfaction can be a help for your business in order to have a customer loyalty. Customer satisfaction and customer evaluation are interrelated. The higher the service quality, the higher is the customer satisfaction. Many agree that in the banking sector, there are no recognized standard scales to measure the perceived quality of a bank service. The concept of service climate plays an important role in understanding how to deliver an excellent service quality, as it captures what employees experience in terms of organizational practices regarding service delivery. If employees experience excellent service quality on the inside, they're more likely to be motivated to deliver an excellent quality on the outside of the organization. Thus, a strong service climate leads to service quality. In order to create a great service climate and to deliver an excellent service quality, these three components need to be in place. The first one is the service strategy. With a service strategy, the service provider can decide the service parameters and build the service value chain and design the internal service platform. The stronger each of these elements are, the better and more robust the service strategy will be. So next one, we have service performance. And under this service performance, there are three most significant factors which determines the level of performance, and in turn, it will lead to a delivery of service strategy and the service quality. So the first significant factor of service performance is training. And training is considered as the most important factor behind higher service quality. So to make it a success, the employer should focus on the management service and other soft skills such as social skills, attitude, and language abilities. It can enhance the employee's overall capabilities and also can improve the overall performance of the service system. So the second significant factor of service performance is empowerment, which means providing employees an enough autonomy and allow them in handling unforeseen situations and challenges and let them be more self-sufficient in their work. So empowerment has 5 dimensions, meaning competence, self-determination, strategic autonomy, and impact. So when we say meaning, it is the extent to which employee experiences a task as personally meaningful. Competence is the extent to which individuals feels confident in their ability in doing their performance of tasks. Self-determination is the degree of influence the individuals has over how to perform the task. Strategic autonomy is the degree of influence an individual has on the content of the job. Lastly is impact. It is the degree of influence an individual has on their direct work environment. The third significant factors of service performance is rewards, which employees must be trusted in monitoring their own performance. So for the last component of service quality is the customer results, which the service provider and the customer organization must be aligned on the purpose, objectives, and the goal of the service exchange. So I included some inspirational quotes which is related to my topic and also functioned as a learning opportunities for myself. So here is the first one. Customer service shouldn't just be a department. It should be the entire company. So when it comes to customer service, all employees must be on the same page because whatever impact your clients have will influence on everyone. Show value, create an experience, and always strive to exceed customer expectation. So, regardless of how pleasant or unpleasant the encounters are, you must remember to cherish your customers because every mistake teaches you something that you can apply to your future performances. Here is a simple but powerful rule. Always give people more than what they expect to get. Simply do everything you can, and once the customer is satisfied, you will feel extremely fulfilled.
Thank you, Ms. Aefrail Lopez. Now, we're going to discuss the GAPS models for improving service quality, or 4 models. The GAPS model that deals with the improvement of service quality was first time introduced by Valerie Sentel and the Center for Retailing Studies at the Texas A&M University. And this model basically provides a roadmap to retailer about minimizing the gap between customers' expectations and the perceived service or the service offered by a retailer, or to close the gap if possible. The model highlights the probable obstacles that usually hinder a retailer's ability to satisfy customers. As discussed earlier, when customers' expectations are greater than or cross their perceptions of the perceived service, and they feel dissatisfied and develop negative thinking about the retailer's services. Therefore, it becomes essential for the retailer to remove this negative thinking or the service gap, or a gap between what customers expect and what is being provided to him, knowing that the words travel faster than light. Here's the following are the 4 potential gaps that must be understood and acknowledged to improve quality service offered, or to illustrate the GAPS model for improving the quality of service offered, or these 4 gaps collectively give birth to service gap, or the retailer's role is to understand the reasons for these 4 gaps and eliminate them to improve the quality of service offered. These are as follows. Number 1, knowledge gap. This gap arises because of the big difference between customers' expectations and the retailer's perception towards customers' expectations, and it simply means that the retailer is not aware, or whatever the reason may be, what actually customers expect from here. For example, in a department store, and the retailer tries his level best to provide personal attention to each customer by appointing a number of sales staff and who roam near the customers to help them as when required. But customers take this service in different way and don't prefer to visit such store, and considering store staff wandering like tourists around them. Therefore, a retailer facility for personal attention becomes obstacle for the store as well as the customers. Consequently, retailers must have knowledge of customers' expectations from a store. Acquaintance of such knowledge becomes simple, and if a retailer has some provisions of interacting with the customers on regular basis, some retailers even develop well-structured programs for evaluating the service expectations and customers visiting the store, and the information received from customers through structured questionnaire is this practice as a part of quality process. In India, it has been observed that the few retailers conduct these types of service immediately after that transactions is over. Questionnaire may include following information such as number 1. What did you like or dislike about the service provided? Number 2. Of the services provided, what could be done differently to improve service level? Number 3. What sort of assistance did you need that was not able? Number 4. Would you like to suggest any services you think it's a customer's need after our services to you? Number 5. What are your views about services offered by us? Number 6. When visiting or calling, were you connected to someone in a timely manner? Number 7. Is our staff cooperative? Number 8. Is there any comment to better serve you? Number 2. Standard gap. The gap arises because of the difference between retailers' perceptions of customers' expectations and the customer service standards. It helps store staff understanding how the top management and store customers define and evaluate a quality task. Customer-driven service quality standards are different from the traditional performance standards that most of the retailing firms establish to meet the customer is. Here, standards are set to communicate to customer expectations and preferences rather than to store concerns such as increasing turnover. A standard gap exists in retail organizations for a variety of reasons. Managers responsible for setting standards often believe that the customer expectations are irrational or illogical, and they may also think that the degree of variability inherent in service confronts standardizations, and therefore, setting standards influenced by the standards against which customers are evaluated and compensated. To close the standard gap, retailers, besides focusing on high service quality, and they should define and describe the role of each employee involved in delivering service. Standards and set and communicated properly, a signal to store staff what management expects from them and what are their priorities and which type of performance behavior really counts. When service standards are lacking or when the standards in place do not confront consumers' expectations, it leads to dissatisfactions. On the other hand, when standards reflect and confront what customers expect, the quality of service customers receive is likely to be enhanced. As services are intangible in nature, therefore, it becomes difficult for the retailers to describe and communicate. Here are some tips for the retailers' top close standard gap. Number 1. Management should be committed to achieve high levels of service quality. Number 2. Proper training should be given to all concerned. Number 3. A proper reward system may enhance staff and management commitment to implement the meet or exceed the set standards. Number 4. Closing standards can be made easier if new ways of dealing with various service issues are explored. And number 5, providing high service quality become easy through the use of technology to standardize processes. Number 3, delivery gap. This gap arises because of the difference between the retailer's service standards and the actual service offered to customers, despite the existence of guidelines for treating customers correctly and performing service well. Developing standards and applying them is not enough. Standards must be backed by appropriate resources, people, products, and technology, and must be evaluated to award and compensate who deserves on the basis of performance along those standards. We have here the insights into gaps model or the 4 gaps. We have number 1, knowledge gap. It means not knowing what customers expect. And number 2, the standard gap. and it means not selecting the right service or standards. And number 3, delivery gap, and it means not delivering to service standards. And lastly, number 4, communications gap, and it means not matching performance to promises. Therefore, even when standards are properly defined and well implemented, and if EFOR fails to provide resources for them, performance will not be up to the mark and definitely will increase delivery gap. And the delivery gap between standards set and those delivered arises because of several reasons, like impractical standards, lack of clarity in standards defined, improper communication, lack of motivation among floor staff, absence of regular monitoring of performance analysis practices, failure to match market demand and supply, problems and conflicts with service intermediaries. In order to close or reduce the service gap and delivery services that exist, the said standards retailers can focus on the following areas. Number 1, providing necessary knowledge and skills to employee concerned. Number 2, explaining standard and staff roles so that they possess and commit to quality. Number 3, regular monitoring and motivation of staff. Number 4, develop spirit of teamwork to deliver excellent quality. Number 5, appropriate selection and training to concerned staff. And number 6, regular involvement of store staff in setting and modification, and if required later on, to get the best results. Lastly, number 4, communication gap. This arises because of gap between the actual set of services offered to the customers and the service communicated by the retailer to the customers through their promotion of program. In short, communication gap arises when retailers' promises don't match the performance, resulting in adverse effect or the customer gap. Retailers throughout the globe usually raise the expectations of customers through attractive and big advertisement, getting convinced, and when customers visit the store and find service quality short of standards, the actual experience disappoints them. Here, the broken promises occur because of several reasons. Unrealistic promising and advertising or through other communications channels. Lack of coordinations between sales, promotions, and store operations staff. Differences exist between policies and procedures of various store outlets and resulting in creating confusions among them. And lastly, sometimes the staff whose duty is to promote the service does not understand the realism of service delivery to make overstated promises that cannot be achieved. In order to remove or close the communications gap retailer, first, try to understand the reasons that create communications gap. Once knowing the reasons, and retailers should overcome them by developing a clear line communications between the parties concerned, like intermediaries, promotions and operations staff, and ethics. Any miscommunications between two parties will lead to discrepancy between actual and promised service. Hence, the management of a retail store should avoid overpromising in personal selling, advertising, or any other way of communication.
And for the last topic is we have service recovery. Service recovery is the action of a company in response to service failure in order to transfer dissatisfied customer into loyal ones. Customer retention, brand loyalty, and word of mouth is the benefits of customer service recovery. The goal of service recovery is identify customers with issues and address these issues to customer satisfaction to promote customer retention. However, Service recovery doesn't just happen. It's a systematic business way that should be implemented and designed properly. Let's take the example of Edlynne company who uses sincere apology. Nothing is more frustrating than your vacation plans broke to flight delay, cancellation, and rebooking. To make passenger lives easier, the Royal Dutch Airline provide food coupons and discounts voucher and timely updates on your status of the flight, recognizing the sense of urgency you've been experiencing during the flight. Under service recovery, we have service paradox. Service recovery paradox is when customer thinks highly of company after it has resolved the service failure, opposed to the business who thinks if there's no service failure happen in the company. Service recovery paradox can only happen when a company admits its mistakes, make employees to do it, offer appropriate discounts, and make everything to customer satisfaction that create positive impact to your business reputation. Service recovery paradox doesn't work on frequent mistake and as well the issues that your company should be avoided. Back to the airline example, let's just say that the flight was canceled but the company offer a different flight in the same day and discount voucher. According to service recovery paradox, if nothing happened, you have more positive attitude in the company. Next is the types of complainers. The first type is the passive. They are the quiet. They not complain because if they complain, they think nothing will happen. Second is the voicer. They are actively complain, but they give chance to the company to make things better. And the last, the irrates. They are the most negative mouth. They spread negative stories about your service failure. The complaints are the customer's gift. Why? Because when they complain, they give you chance to make things right. There's seven steps to customer service that will regain your service confidence and trust. The first one is apology. You're not admitting mistake by apologizing, but you're proving that they are not really satisfied on your service. Example you must say is, we apologize for the delay, or I apologize for the confusion, just like that. Second is understand the problem. You should avoid from taking conclusion and making judgment. You should pay attention and ask inquiries to the information that you want to obtain. Third is determining the cause. It is important to prevent and avoid it from happening again. It is not necessarily to discuss into your customer, because in the customer is they think you're blaming them, and blaming will tarnish your reputations. Fourth is offer solution. One solution can do nothing. All other solution is up to you and your customer. If suitable, you can ask your customer what is the possible solution. If applicable, don't hesitate to provide solution that contains additional charges. Fifth, implement solution. Make sure the solution that you'll be implemented is the requested solution of the customer and do it in a timely manner. Sixth is thank them. The last expectation of the customer is thanking them for complaining. Saying thank you for complaining is not right. You can say thank you for being honest, just like that. And the last step, if everything's said and done and it's all feasible to your customer, it will not only demonstrate your concern, but it will end on a pleasant one. And let's proceed in building strategy in customer service recovery. The first step is signaling the issues. Customers are compelled to leave reviews after having bad experience. When they do it, you must ensure that you're assisting them to have positive experience. How do you do it? Ensure them to catch you out in your outside channels like social media. Start with the voice of customer approach is a brilliant idea. Customer can put suggestions, opinion regarding on the service when they have a problem. Second is investigate and solve the reported issues. Start your investigation by posing questions to yourself. Instead of conducting long, satisfactory customer surveys that cover the whole experience, conduct a micro-surveys that focus only on the customer particular interaction. This will not only determine the root cause of the problem, but it's also expose the true concern to your customers. If you already discover the root cause of the issue, you should work on it as soon as possible. The last step is closing the loop. Internal and external communication is the more essential in having successfully service recovery plan. Feedback workflows can help you in getting customer insights, challenges, and preference, and this experience will assist you in preventing similar issues from the future. Once the problem has been resolved, follow up with the customer to ensure that everything is in order. Don't forget to thank them for their assistance. Bottom line is, even little mistake can have a big impact. That's why you should take service recovery seriously. Service recovery is complex to understand. If measures are implemented and the great organization succeed, the magic behind the business is not a spell, but it's the effort you put in every day to generate loyal clients. And that's all for service recovery. Thank you.